Alright, peace, Brittni. So this is going to be your donation-based reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so first and foremost, your sun is in Gemini, right? It's in the it's in the decan of Gemini that's ruled by the planet that's sub ruled by the planet Venus. And that's in a sense mixed with the Libra energy. In the sense that I don't know if you're aware of the deacons or not, but each zodiac sign has three deacons in which it flexes between like the other signs of its own element. So for example, the first deacon of Gemini, this is like the Gemini deacon of Gemini. And this deacon is ruled by Mercury holistically. But then the second deacon of Gemini is the Libra deacon of Gemini. And this deacon is influenced by the planet Venus. Even though its co-ruler is Mercury, um, people born in the middle of the Gemini season, right, their sun signs or whatever other planet, um, their expression of the Gemini energy is more orientated towards like relationships and friendships and associationships. You feel me? So these are the more um these are the Geminis that are inclining more towards friendships and relationships. You feel what I'm saying? It's like the concept of the two brothers, right? Because Gemini, it's signified by the twins, right? The two brothers, I forget their names, but their brotherhood also signified like friendship. You feel me? And so the Gemini energy in this deacon especially, they have this great sense of like even loyalty to their friends. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they have this great, yeah, this realism when it comes to friendship. You feel me? Authenticity, rather, I should say. um so yeah, that's the first and foremost interesting thing. And you also have it in the ninth house, so that indicates that you're the friend who brings knowledge and information to your other friends. You feel what I'm saying? You're a philosophical person, right? You're very deep in thought. You feel me? And you like to look at the bigger. You like to look at like the bigger picture in life. You know, you like to find the reasonings behind things, if that makes sense. Okay, so Gemini, it rules thought. You feel me? It rules thoughts. Like that's what Gemini rules. And so the sun, it deals with your expression, right? So with your sun being in Gemini in the ninth house, you express thoughts. How I mean by this is like, first and foremost, right? Gemini, we're known for talking, right? And we can have a tendency of over talking and talking too much. But it's like talking is the expression of thoughts. You feel me? So that's an example of um, how we Geminis. Well, that's an example of the sun expressing the Gemini energy, right? Through communicating and talking. But furthermore, like with the Gemini energy, it's all about first and foremost getting your thoughts together and aligned, and um, developing your mind as well, and learning how to use your thoughts as your primary mover in life, if that makes sense. Because the sun, it signifies what we are vitalizing, you feel me, what we are bringing um are the most attention to, what we're giving the most focus and energy to. You feel what I'm saying? And with your sun being in Gemini, it indicates that where there is the most vitalization is the mind, mental activity. Um, and then you have Mercury in the ninth house in Taurus, right? So interesting thing about astrology is there's many things interesting about astrology, but the planets, they're keyed to the signs, meaning, right, according to its ruler, like Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So Mercury will always have an influence over the Geminian energy no matter where it goes. You feel me? So um with you having Mercury in your ninth house, and the ninth house being the house that deals with like philosophy, religion, it also deals with traveling abroad to other countries. Um and it deals with like, I already said religion, but like preaching, but ultimately sharing your opinion. You feel me? And it also deals with advertisement as well. The ninth house, it's a house of advertisement. Um, but yeah, you feel me? So the ninth house, to wrap it up, it's really the house. It's a teacher house. You feel me? So the third house is the house that deals with learning, and like students and things like that. But then the ninth house deals more with like teachers and lecturers and people. But like it also deals with higher education. You feel what I'm saying? So the ninth house, it deals with like university, um like even astrology, for like anything that's deep in thought. You feel what I'm saying? Anything that helps to reveal the deeper aspect of life is the ninth house. So with all that being said, you are a well-rounded person, very philosophical in of yourself. And with these energy, with the Gemini energy, ninth house being vitalized, you feel me, it's of great significance for you to find an outlet, you feel what I'm saying, to express your desire, to want to teach people, and to want to express your thoughts and ideas. But furthermore, like, because um Gemini and Sagittarius, they oppose each other, they're opposite signs. And the ninth house is the house that's naturally ruled by Sagittarius. You feel me? The ninth house um is a manifestation of the Sagittarius energy. So with that being said, so Gemini is the student, right? By nature, we are the students. We are naturally curious, and we're continuously seeking why, asking all of these questions. And it makes sense now that you're a Gemini, because I was like, yo, why is she asking me all of these questions? But then, like, with the Mercury and Taurus, um, Taurus is a fixed sign, it's an earth sign, it's slow. So, you and of yourself, when it comes to like, um, I want to say decision making, right? But we can also say that there are levels. Ooh, only I. So when I do the donate, I do deep. Not deep reading. Yeah, deep readings. Like my donation readings are deep as well. But I do like full readings. You feel me? And when I do the full readings, I actually sit down and I read the chart and I keep in mind where X, Y, and Z is. But like the donation based readings, I cover a set of planets. You feel me? So ultimately, like I said, um, like this other time, one of my clients, she sent me $40 for a donation based reading, and so I ended up covering um half of her chart, because the full readings are $90, and then she. But anyways, wait, I don't need, because I don't want to waste time talking about irrelevant things, But so with her, it was different. And I did look deeper into the chart, but decision making, you feel me? Decision making, it's governed by the sun Mercury, Mars, and any planets involved with these three planets. But anyways, that's beside the point. So, I forget where Mars is. I didn't take note of it, but Mercury being in Taurus alone already makes you a slow decision make decision maker. I'm just thinking about other things in your chart because yeah, so because like the Gemini energy is very energetic, it's very nervous. You feel me? Gemini rules the nerves, and then Virgo, because both Virgo and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, the same planet. So both Virgo and well, you see, Virgo it more deals with, in a sense, I want to say stillness. You feel me? Virgo is more like having an ability to keep your composure and keep your calm and keep your cool and be sharp and alert. You feel me? That's more Virgo. Meanwhile, Gemini, it's kind of a ball of energy. You feel me? It's not per se focused. You feel me? Until we develop our attention span and our patience, um, Gemini can be very short term, not short term, but short attention span, and we get distracted by all these different things. But with the Mercury and Taurus, right? Let's break it down. First and foremost, it does make you a person who's very thorough, right? So this would of course have to reflect in your decision making as well, but I'd be able to give more insight into decision making with looking at Mars. But for working with what we have right now, yeah, so Mercury and Taurus, right, makes you a type of person who, like mentally, you're not in a rush. You feel me? You're not in a rush to think. Like the Gemini energy has this tendency where, mentally, we're so fast that we have a desire to go. And being a Gemini, you do also through the sun inherit abilities and energies of being intelligent, having an ability to communicate. But then the Taurus energy just slows it down and it calms it as well. Because Taurus is a sign. When I think of Taurus, I very much think of like, um, I want to say the divine feminine, but that's so broad. You feel me? But more so like a calm and collected, beautiful figure. You feel what I'm saying? That moves slowly and moves in grace, and yeah, I'll leave it at that. And ironically, right, the bull, right? Like you can think about the bull as well. And when you think of a bull, right, a bull is very it's just very present and very centered. And so one thing that Gemini may struggle being is present and centered, but with the Mercury in energy here, it does make you a Gemini that probably isn't so like all over the place, I guess, and energetically. And I'm not saying that you don't have energy, but you're most likely class. You have like I won't use the word class, but like what I mean by this is, yeah, Taurus usually are because Taurus also inclines towards like tradition. You feel me? And like for instance, I think you have your Venus in Taurus. Yeah, you have your Venus in Taurus, I think. Right? So like if we're to talk about like the theme of dating, like the Taurus energy, it believes in a sense in the idea of like dating, romancing, bringing flowers, acts and gestures of love. Because at the same time, right, Venus rules over Taurus, and Venus is the planet of the affections, and the affections are expressed especially through Taurus. Um, Hold on, my bad. I need to collect my thoughts because I think. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, that's that. Like with the Mercury and Taurus, it gives you a great processing ability, but it also makes you a person who detail does not escape. You feel me? Very thorough, very intelligent, and you'll have this like stamina, right? Of like mentally, an ability to focus on things for as much time as needed. You feel me? Like like the Gemini energy, I do find it interesting how it may express in your life, because Gemini, right? It's restless, right? And it's highly active, great activity. But then Taurus is more calm. So like your mind is calm, but like your expressions may be scattered. Cause like, holy shit, hold on. Because astrology could be like a rabbit hole, right? Where like you see one thing, then you see another thing, then you see another thing. Um, so to sum it up, this is where the hiccup came from. So to sum it up, so Mercury and the Moon, they both rule the different aspects of the mind. You feel me? But then you have Moon in Leo and Mercury in Taurus, and these signs, depending on the degrees, they square each other. So yeah, they square each other, which in a sense produces a discord, a disharmony between like your emotions and the way that you articulate them externally, communicate your emotions. So like when we're looking at the Moon and Leo energy, right? Okay. So first and foremost, like Leo is fire and Taurus is earth. Taurus, and I'm not Taurus, but Earth is more reserved, more kept to self. You feel me? And fire is more expressive, and more has a desire to like um express themselves. So I guess one way this can be is that like with the Mercury and Taurus, you may be a practical person. You feel me? Not maybe, but you are a practical person, right? You're a practical person, and you like to take practical channels when it comes to your thinking. You feel me? And Taurus is also a sign that isn't influenced by other people. And so what this does is it goes on to your thoughts. Your thoughts aren't influenced by other people. Like your perception isn't influenced by other people. But because both Gemini and Taurus, these two signs deal with the inner realm. You feel me? The self. So Taurus and Gemini, these energies tend to have a good sense of centering in self, um, or like operating in the world from a place of inside out rather than outside in, right? Um, to put it in other words, right? Beat to the they march to the beat of their heart. Okay, that's how it's said, right? But then like Leo and Virgo, these are signs that take into consideration other people. You feel me? And how other people, because so Virgo is more ruled by logic and reason, right? Virgo makes a person, I mean, not makes a person, but Virgo is a sign that's very analytical. You feel me? That's its strength, like its ability to analyze our its weakness. Because I also have my ascendant in Virgo, so I can say we. Uh, my right. Our weakness is our criticism, right? Continuously criticizing things, where it's like, unless we put ourselves in the appropriate lights, we can say, then we will never see things under the light of perfection. You feel me? Um, yeah, like, and especially with self, you feel me? You are your biggest critic, and there's this desire to strive towards like perfection. You feel me? This, yeah, this desire to strive towards like perfection, right? Like the Virgo energy, it's a earth sign, right? So it deals with being grounded in the physical world, and having attained, having an ability and awareness, the know-how to attain material comfort and demonstrate material success. You feel me? So that's very much in the bag for you as a Virgo. Like Virgo, well, yeah, Virgo ultimately, it not so the three earth signs rule the earth world, and then like they have rulership over it, you know, and then there's planets that um govern this earthly world. But it's like Virgo, it is the connection between like, it's psycho-cybernetics, right? It's the connection between um the physical and the spirit and the mind. You know, that's where like to like that's what Virgo is all about. It's all about becoming aware that this avatar holds within it spirit. You feel what I'm saying? And then starting to operate in this world from that understanding that this is a vessel, but you're operating as a soul. Like, so Virgo deals with like an evolutionary astrology. Once a Virgo evolves to a level of awareness and consciousness, right? Because Virgo is associated with the Virgin, right? And this doesn't deal with sex, but it points towards purity. You feel me? Virgos have a inclination towards purity, right? Um, Typically having a desire to be, to have some sort of moral system, justness and fairness. But ultimately, like Virgo very much is also a professional, a sign of professionalism. You feel me? Yeah, purity, purity, purity. Um, so renunciation. You feel me? That's the last deacon of the Virgo constellation. And that's where the both of us find ourselves, our ascendants in. You feel me? Your ascendant is 23 degrees Virgo, which is the renunciation deacon, right? So to renunciate is like to, uh, for lack of a better word, I want to use the word banish. To banish something that you no longer agree with, you know, something that you find to be unpure, um, and that's like, so with this, with us, okay. So with Virgo in this deacon, like there becomes a, like the theme where cleansing is asked for becomes necessary for us in our lives. You feel me? And there are certain things that we in our lives need to purify. You in your life need to purify, and this can be certain connections with people, ways of thinking, um, ways that like ways that you may see the world being ran. You feel me? because Virgo is a sign that deals with service as well. Um, See, there's so many ways I want to approach this because I'm a Gemini myself, and Gemini, right? It deals with mutable air, so it's scattered air, and air is ideas and thoughts, right? When air deals with ideas, thoughts, communication, association, things like that, the mind, right? So mutable spread air is like the mind is spread, or the thoughts are spread, you feel me? So it's like you're here, but then there's all these different thoughts. But anyways, another way to explain this is in the not the digestive system, but in the human body. Virgo rules the digestive system. Yeah, the digestive system, you feel me? And the digestive system, right? If you study and look at it, you gain a better understanding of the Virgo energy, because it took the Virgo energy to create the digestive system. You feel what I'm saying? Just like it took the Gemini energy to create the hands and like the lungs. You feel what I'm saying? So in studying the hands, right, and learning what the hands are all about, right? They're versatile, right? They help you do so many different things. They can do so many different things. They help you express yourself, right? Even in communicating. All these things are Geminian, right? Gemini were very versatile. Um, Communicate. Shit, I don't even know much about. I don't know. I guess like the thoughts concerning the hands aren't flowing to me right now. They're not of importance like that. But anyways, right? The digestive system, it's tasked with assimilating nutrients from the foodstuffs that we eat, and then disregarding waste, right? And so renunciation in that term very much like, for example, what I do, to give an example, right? Because I share the same placement with you. So in my life, right, I walk around with this awareness of the impurifications of this world. You feel me? Um, hmm. It's not that I dwell in it, but I have an awareness of it. You feel me? And then I've positioned and took on a role in my life where I do things to assist in the cleansing of like the darkness which consumes humanity. And I think that's just ignorance, you feel me? It's like, so I guess for me, and I don't know if I'd be using the word right here, but for me, what I am renunciating is ignorance. You feel me? What I oppose, and what I am actively doing something to rid, is ignorance. You feel what I'm saying? Um, but like, yeah, with this deacon, like something of that nature manifests in the personal life. So let's just break down, because yeah, I need to say certain things about the Virgo placement, not placement, the Virgo energy before I can comfortably speak about these other dimensions. So Virgo is a sign, you feel me? It deals with service. It deals with working, helping others. It's a sign that how is it belongs to people. It's not a, I don't want to say, it's not a social sign per se. Because Virgo is the feminine expression of Mercury, right? Whoa, it's already 30 minutes. That's crazy. So Virgo is the feminine expression of Mercury, right? And feminine, yin, internal, right, is the inner world, the mind. So Virgo, so this is why you are a very analytical person, you feel me? But with it being in the first house is the compartment of life that deals with the personal life. So again, right, makes you your biggest critic, and you may have a habit of continuously analyzing and criticizing yourself in your personal life. You feel me? And so anxiety and worrisome can also manifest here. Um, it can, um, because of like this paying attention to detail, continual awareness of detail, which may dilute the bigger picture, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, so with Virgo being your ascendant, this makes Mercury your chart ruler. And with Mercury being in Taurus in the ninth house, ultimately, you are here to utilize your material resources for good. You feel me? So, ultimately, I didn't even bring up Virgo's attribute in its evolution. Um, but yeah, Virgo, it deals with the purification, you feel me, of the physical world. It deals with purifying the body, for example, purifying the body, so then spirit can dwell within it. You feel me? Purifying, yeah, purifying. But like an example would be like, for example, say you run a business, right? And you do certain things to tweak your business so then it runs more efficiently. That's an example of like purification, but not really, right? But it's like, yeah, I hope you get what I'm trying to say. So that's with the Virgo energy. But then the Taurus energy, it deals with um, rather than worshiping material, using material to worship God. You feel me? Meaning, rather than worshiping the money that you make, using the money that you make, for example, to like build a temple or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the Taurus energy. We can go deeper, and there's so much more to say. But like with these donation-based readings, I do have to be mindful of the time, and everything like that. So yeah, this is the reading. Let me know what you think. And also, I would definitely love to dive deeper into your chart. Like we have just talked about, we technically just talked about like your sun, Mercury, and ascendant. And these are the same energies because your sun is in Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, and then your ascendant is in Virgo, which is also ruled by Mercury. I was gonna talk about your moon, but I didn't get the time to. But yeah, let me know if you would be interested, and what I can do for you, my friend, is so we agreed upon $25, right, for the donation. So I offer full readings, right, where I break down the whole chart, this information that I just gave you right now, you feel me? But then I'll expand it to help you understand the dynamic of like your relationship and social life, your ambition and ability to channel aggression, passion, sexuality, all that stuff, you feel me? Same thing. Then the moon, that's like your domestic life, you feel me? Your inner, yeah, your domestic life, your dynamic family connection and everything like that. Saturn, all these different planets, they all give you a different revelation, you feel me? But definitely let me know if you'd like to go deeper. And so the full readings, they're $90. But what I'll do is I'll subtract the $25 that you're sending me for this donation reading. And then I will if you want the full reading, then you can just pay a discounted price. So 90 subtracted by 25. 25 subtracted by 90. I don't even know. But yeah, alright, peace. Let me know what you think.